Jules, it's UEFA Champions League semi-final time. And let's start in the land of everything in Milan, under the watchful eye of La Madonnina that sits high above the Duomo and looks out on us all. It's going to be Milan against Inter.
Wow.
I think most people find this incredibly evenly matched, mirroring perhaps the history of these two clubs. So I want to point out, Milan isn't the only city in Europe that has won Champions League titles with both teams.
That's right.
Madrid have done it too, except in most cities you have a top banana and a second banana, right? No disrespect to Atletico. In Milan, you don't, and this season they're evenly matched as well. Who's got the edge?
Yeah, well, it's a good question, Gab. I think if you look at, to put it simply, I think Milan, as we've been saying, and the way they beat Napoli, have those individuals that can maybe more than Inter win a game on their own, like Rafael Leao, maybe like McManians, people like that. With Inter seems stronger as a collective, maybe. You can't see Lautaro Martinez doing what Rafael Leao did, or Dzeko, or Izaj, or even Lukaku, or even one of the wing-backs. It's different styles of football, of course. Now that Milan has gone back to a back four. But it'd be quite fascinating. I hope it's not like a tight, close game where you don't want to attack too much because you don't want to give too much away, which is possible too. I just hope it will be a great spectacle, as you know, in the stands. Home and away. First leg and second leg, because it's both their home and both their away. I just hope that on the pitch is as good as in the stands.
So we have about 3 weeks to go. I think a lot of things can change. And so I reserve the right to change my prediction over and over again. I'm going to give Inter a slight advantage. The reason being, I don't think Inter have been as bad as the results in the league suggest. You look at their XG, they're creating tons of chances.
That's true.
They're not finishing them. And it's not just Lukaku, by the way. I know he's everybody's favorite whipping boy, but there's others who have missed chances too. Lautaro Martinez only came back to scoring after 9 games. And to me, this suggests that as long as the team's creating chances, I think, they're going to start converting them. Whereas I think Milan have gotten more out of what they have.
Yeah.
I would also point to the fact that, again, I don't know what weight to put on experience, but players like Mkhitaryan, like Dzeko, they have more experience, but like Brozovic, they have more players who've kind of been there, done that in key areas, perhaps, than Milan do. And that could sway it. But who knows?
I'll go for Milan. Personally, slightly edge to Milan because of Leao, because of that kind of X factor that we said. And the momentum, Magic Mike, and the momentum of beating Napoli, I think, can carry you a long way.
The other one, Real Madrid against Manchester City.
The revenge from last season.
Okay, I'm going to come out and say it. Manchester City are a better team than Real Madrid. However, when I look at this, I think it's really close. Yeah. And I'm going to lean Madrid. And I'm going to lean Madrid for simple, but these are my reasons. You can disagree with me. Yeah. One is outstanding goalkeeper who can stand on his head, which makes such a difference in his format of competitions. 2, Karim Benzema, who has not been great in the last couple. I mean, he's had his hat tricks. He wasn't great, let's say, in the last game against Chelsea. He didn't need to be, right? No. Wasn't great at the weekend either against whoever it was, Cadiz when they went 2-0, right? But can be great. And has been great in these big games. Yeah. I think that weighs into it as well. Another factor for me is fixture congestion. Real Madrid can sit, and yes, they have the Copa del Rey final against Osasuna, which is actually 3 games before the first leg, I believe. But 3 days before the first leg. But no disrespect, that's nothing compared to what Manchester City are facing. They've got the congested. They're playing every 3 days between now and the end of the season. They're in a tight title race with Arsenal. I think that's going to impact you as well. They've been on this incredible run, and runs end. And if that coincides with a dip at the same time, I also didn't think that they were as outstanding as the scoreline suggests over the 2 legs against Bayern.
True.
For all those reasons, even though City, I take them, I'll admit it, they are a much better team this season. I have a sneaking suspicion of Real Madrid. Well, that, and of course, Carlet.
Yeah, I'm City. I think this is their year. I think this is the most complete squad and team that Pep has ever had at the club. I think with Haaland, they've got, someone very special. Eder Militao suspended for the first leg. I think is huge.
It's going to be really big.
It's big. And as much as I love Karim, the dream, of course, I think that City, especially after what happened last season in the semi-final and that incredible scenario, first leg, second leg. This time the second leg is in Manchester, by the way, which I think will also make a difference compared to last season and what happened in the second leg in Madrid. So personally, I see all the planets aligning for City in that tie, and then a final against one of the Milan club, which then would be very different over one game. But I think City would be too strong for Real Madrid.
There's one
just slightly. I'm not, they're not going to win 3-0, but I think they still.
There is one prediction that I am 100% certain about in this, which is if Pep Guardiola changes even the slightest thing in his team, and for whatever reason City don't win, the expos are gonna come out and go, oh, look at Pep, he's overthinking again. He's done this before, overthinking, and like every time in the past.
But look at him against Bayern twice. Back to back, same starting 11. This is very unlike Pep.
Okay. Well, then if he keeps doing it, then they'll say he's underthinking. Look at Pep.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.